Thank you very much, Dr. Mona. I can assure you, you had a standing ovation from the audience, and it was quite a powerful message, and not only in science. We can learn a lot from you, not only in the science, but I think in the science of life as well. Right, next on our panel, we have on the list Dr. Helmy Eltoukhy, but I'm not that sure if Doctor is with us in the room. Yes, that's good. So we are happy to have you here. Just a little short introduction. Dr. Eltoukhy is a pioneer in biotech, known for his work in cancer detection. He's co-founded Guardant Health, leading the development of advanced cancer screening tests, and his achievements have earned him recognition as one of the Time magazine's most influential people in healthcare. So Dr. Eltoukhy, the floor is yours.
Well, that's a hard act to follow here. So, thank you, Your Excellency, Ambassador Christoph Stursky, and Your Excellency, Ms. Rawa Zoghbi. Thank you to Rima Khan. Thank you to Her Royal Highness, Dr. Princess Nasreen Al-Hashemite of Rasad, for the kind invitation to participate here in this esteemed session today. Distinguished United Nations representatives, excellencies, guests, colleagues, and friends. Today we are dealing with many global challenges, old and new. Many of these challenges stem from inequality of access. Access to education, access to gainful employment, access to resources such as food, water, shelter, or energy, or access to life-saving healthcare. As a scientist, a healthcare entrepreneur, and a father of 3 intellectually curious young girls, I think a lot about the power of science and technology to reshape the current fabric of society, giving new opportunities to those where access was once restricted on the basis of gender, race, or economic status. Indeed, the promise of emerging technologies can be very exciting, like a newly formed river gushing with fresh ideas and hope for a bright future. Over time, however, what once was new becomes the status quo. That same powerful river, over time, can carve a steep and divisive canyon that, instead of providing equal access and opportunities for all, etches deeply entrenched disparities into the very landscape of our institutions. Let me illustrate this further with a patient story. Picture a 62-year-old woman who is a mother of 2 and soon to be a grandmother, gripped by persistent coughing and chest pain. Seeking answers, she consults her primary care physician. However, her path to diagnosis is marked by a prolonged wait. Waiting for appointments, waiting for referrals after referral, waiting for a CT scan, and waiting for a tissue biopsy once a lesion is discovered. A staggering 5 months elapse before she receives the solemn news of a lung cancer diagnosis and initiates treatment. But it is too little, too late. In today's medical landscape, where the average life expectancy for a newly diagnosed advanced lung cancer patient is a mere 11 months, her story is a sobering reflection of the harsh reality faced by many. Half of her precious anticipated lifespan is consumed in anxious waiting. It is further disappointing to know that this narrative could happen anywhere, affecting individuals in both the wealthiest and most impoverished nations alike. In my time in the healthcare space, I have seen a wide gap in access in almost every country between guideline-recommended care and the true reality of clinical practice. The company that I co-founded, Guardant Health, pioneered the clinical use of an emerging technology called the liquid biopsy. A liquid biopsy is a blood test that can replace the need to invasively biopsy a tumor and provide physicians with the necessary information to place a cancer patient on the optimal treatment pathway. The technology works by using advanced biochemistry and AI to scour and detect the trace fragments of DNA that are released by a tumor into the bloodstream. These liquid biopsy tests have revolutionized the oncology field, cut costs, and improved outcomes, and are now used in almost 30 to 40% of all cancer patients in the United States on a routine basis. Even more exciting, as sequencing technology and machine learning have advanced, the same technology can be used for the early detection of cancer with a simple blood test as well. So how can emerging technologies like liquid biopsy close the access gap and ensure that no patient is left behind? Last year, we embarked on a groundbreaking public-private partnership with the prestigious Royal Marsden, a leading public cancer hospital in the UK, bringing our liquid biopsy testing technology to their laboratory. The NHS England then proceeded to initiate a pilot of the technology to help address the national gaps in cancer care. The pilot in the UK demonstrated that cancer could be profiled with our liquid biopsy technology within just a few days of suspected disease versus the average waiting time of 120 days previously. A vast, vast improvement. By eliminating entire workflows and bypassing large swaths of the medical infrastructure, not only is care dramatically improved, but explicit and implicit biases of the existing system are dismantled, thereby creating a new and egalitarian playing field for all patients. Those that previously had poor access to any cancer care were suddenly given immediate access to cutting-edge treatments. Given the success of this pilot, the NHS is now expected to roll this out to the majority of all lung cancer patients in England, and we are investing in a similar public-private partnerships in multiple other countries around the world. I believe that this is a model that can be embraced by any nation to leapfrog outdated healthcare delivery infrastructure and enable world-class care for all their patients. Emerging technologies like newly formed rivers can bypass existing systems and create vast new opportunities for those previously disadvantaged, toppling current regimes filled with gender, race, and wealth inequalities. Much of the global strife that we are facing today can be traced to such growing divergence between the have and have-nots. Our experience in the UK demonstrates the miracles that can happen when the private and public sectors work together for the good of their citizenry to improve cancer care in the spirit of SDGs 3 and 17. Yet this example can be extended to any sector. Emerging technologies in finance, agricultural and energy production, and of course artificial intelligence have the power to do the same, crown new winners, and raise the median welfare of nations, thereby accelerating many other SDGs such as 5, 10, and 16. One thing is certain, given enough time, access to equal opportunity is always achieved, but it is our choice if it happens by bringing down the most privileged through civil unrest and devastation, or by raising the least privileged among us through abundance fostered by government-embraced technological innovation. In summary, I urge the private and public sectors to take a chance on each other and partner on substantive investments in emerging technologies to reshape our societies to ensure all people of all genders, all races, and all nations have equal access to opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Helmy Eltoukhy, for your presentation.